What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video. It's your girl, the Master Key, with electric dollar bills. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about something very important. I get this question all the time. People talk about this all the time. How can I spot out real cash buyers from the fake guys? How can I spot out the fakes? So today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips that you'll be able to spot out fake cash buyers right off the rip. And you ain't got to worry about wasting your time. If you're interested in hearing that, you're going to want to stay tuned because that is coming up next. Let's talk about fake cash buyers. So why would somebody even be a fake cash buyer? Why do they want to even play around? Well, you have a lot of different scenarios, okay? First things first is you have people out here that don't know what they're doing. They're just speculating. They're looking into deals. They want to get into real estate, but they have no clue on what to do. So they see advertisements. They see ads for properties for sale. So they just want to see, what's going on? Let's see what this is. So they'll reach out to you and they'll ask questions and all of this type of stuff to figure out, how does this whole thing work, in hopes to maybe connect with you or in hopes to have a deal fall in their lap that ultimately they don't know what to do with. You also have people who are novice real estate investor wholesalers, or whatever you want to call them. They're similar, they want to lock up deals. They want to learn the game. They want to try to secure a deal, ultimately to get some money. They just don't know what they're doing. They don't have the guidance. They don't have the education or the knowledge to put everything together. So they're out here just kind of just flowing and just doing things, okay? And then you ultimately have the real cash buyers, which the real cash buyers are broken down into subcategories. It's not always going to be, you guys will be surprised to find out that the majority of the real cash buyers aren't even real cash buyers. And I'll break that down in another video if you guys want to learn about the 3 or 4 different subcategories of cash buyers. Let me know in the comments and I'll put together a video for you guys to let you know the different type of sub buyers. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. I want you guys to realize this. A lot of people may go out there and they may say, hey, I want real cash buyers. I want you to be the person who's buying the property. I want you guys to understand that you don't care about that. You don't care about somebody being a real cash buyer. All you care about is somebody being the real deal. And what I mean by that is, long as the person that you're working with know what they're doing and know how to get the property purchased, to get the check in your hand, to get your seller their check, to get the transaction closed effectively, that's all that you care about, okay? So don't look so deep into all of this other stuff and rattling about proof of funds and rattling about all these other things. Long as you get somebody who knows what they're doing and ultimately is going to make sure that the purchase is secured, that's all that you care about, okay? So let's get into how to spot out fake cash buyers, okay? So the first thing that comes to my mind is a fake cash buyer is going to be asking all the wrong questions, okay? They're going to be asking you stupid questions. They're going to be asking you stuff like, so recently I had somebody reach out to me about a property that I have up for sale. And the person was just like, are you the owner? Or no, they were like, are you a wholesaler? Are you wholesaling this property? It's like, guys, real cash buyers never ask you that. They never, ever waste time asking you about your personal attachment to the house. Real cash buyers ask questions about the property. And as they start to ask questions about the property, the deeper they get, this is going to show if you're real or not either. If you're direct to seller or if you're the owner, or if you are some tire kicker or you're some daisy chainer that's just, trying to insert yourself in the mix by the questions that they ask. So a real cash buyer or a real investor, they know the right questions to ask, and long as they can get the answers to their questions, they don't care about anything else, because they know if they ask the right questions and you can answer all of those questions, that you're the real deal, that you have the right amount of interest in this property, that you can get this deal done for them. And that's all they care about. So that's something that you guys definitely have to recognize. So if they're asking you questions like, they're asking you questions about the house, like, oh, how old is the roof, or how long has the tenants been living there, or is that price negotiable? And they're asking you questions. If you're just like, I'm not sure, let me check on that, let me get back to you on that, they're gonna know like you don't know what you're talking about, and then they're gonna be able to, you know, weed you out with the rest. So real cash buyers knows this. They don't have to hassle you about what's your interest in the property. Are you the owner? Are you a wholesaler? What you trying to do with the property? You trying to sign it? You trying to double close? People who asking all those questions, those are those tire kicker wholesalers. Tire kicker wholesalers that's just trying to get in the mix, just trying to insert themselves into something, trying to piggyback off you or something like that. So ultimately, you'll know a real cash buyer by the questions that they ask. Second thing, real cash buyers usually always make an offer right on the spot. Like, you get some guys, like I have a cash buyer who I've been working with for like 3 or 4 years. Me and him has grown a pretty great relationship. I've sold him 30, 40 properties. And even after me selling him 30, 40 properties, he still will not give me an offer unless he gets into the house. I hate this about him. I really do. But he's just like that. That's his personality, and he's just like that. But honestly, every other cash buyer that I've ever worked with, they'll give you a blind offer that's contingent to them getting a walkthrough. So if they got good pictures, they got the address, they know the rents, they know all the information about the house and what's going on, they'll always give an offer. And that's how you know it's a real cash buyer, because real cash buyers will always give you an offer. Now, don't get it twisted. You know, some wholesalers will too, but it's usually wholesalers who know what they're doing. They'll give an offer. So anytime you get a real offer, and let's say you got the property under contract for 40 and they're like, I offer you 38. Obviously that don't work for your numbers, but at least you know, like, I got an offer. Like, you know where you need to be. So, and the good thing about this is you'll know if your property is priced too high, too low, when you start getting a few offers from buyers, okay? So one buyer might say this, and you might start looking at a pattern, and you're like, okay, I need to go back to the seller and I need to get this price reduced, okay? So a real cash buyer will always make some sort of offer, all right? A real cash buyer always just speaks about the process well. They're always knowledgeable about the process and how everything's going to work. So once you do talk to them about XYZ and the numbers and everything, you're like, okay, so what do you want to do next? And they're like, okay, let's just walk through the property. We can get it. We can get the assignment submitted to this title company. They'll start talking about title companies. They'll start talking about like how long it takes to close, the EMD deposit. They'll start talking about the process of what they know is going to happen for them to close and get this property. Real cash buyers usually only talk about this. Tire kickers, they're still stuck on if you're a wholesaler or not. So that's how you know it's a real cash buyer. So ultimately, just the way that a person will communicate. That's the ultimate thing to know how if it's a real cash buyer. Just the way they talk, the way they carry themselves. And I know sometimes you can get like fugazed and somebody could talk a good game and they really BSing you. But, you know, that's why it's important for you to have your questions too. Okay, make sure you have your questions and you know what you're talking about. So you can't just be out there like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about, and then expect them to, you know, be able to read them. It's not going to happen. So you ultimately want to know what you're talking about. And if you guys are new and you don't know what you're talking about and you want to know what you're talking about, get with me. I have scripts for sellers, scripts for cash buyers. I have questions that you must ask all parties involved. I have all of that stuff. So guys, make sure you connect with me on that, and I'll get you guys together. I got a really, really big announcement coming up, so it's going to help with all that information that you guys are going to need and want to need when you're going out here and you're doing these deals. So that's all I got for this video, guys. I hope that you got some jewels out of it. I hope it helps you now on your quest to finding a buyer for your properties. I hope this helps you out. If it did, make sure you give it a big fat thumbs up. Share it with somebody who it can help as well. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss not one video. And also let me know your comments down below. Tell me some of you guys' funniest experiences with fake cash buyers. And also tell me how you knew your cash buyer was a cash buyer if you went through this as well. Well, until the next time, guys, peace.